Hey, welcome back. We've been doing a bunch of stuff to our personal transit van, and one of our friends, Matt, he asked us to help him with his, and he's got a really cool setup. This is a Ford Transit, but it's got the Quigley 4x4 conversion in it. Kind of wish we had that in ours, but it definitely makes the van a lot taller to get into. So what he asked us to help him with on this van is window installs. He's got both passenger and driver side. We did this one last night, but we'll give you guys a tutorial on the driver side. What's cool about these, so our van is the passenger van, and there is no possible way to open the windows. Our glass is all fixed, so if you are camping in it, it's not as nice because there's no airflow. Where these windows are going to be super cool because they can, both of them can open and get some crosshair in there. So these are the CR Laurence windows, and if you come up in here with us, this is the spot we're putting the window in. And the van had the panel board because this is not the passenger version, just has this board all over it, and it's just held in with the push darts. And so we removed the 15 or so push darts, and this is what you see behind that. And this is where we're going to stick the window in. What's really nice is they're already pretty much, they give you this line because it's going to be double thickness of metal around the edge of the window. So we don't have to cut this part, we just have to cut this out on the back side. So it's super easy. This is the line we're going to follow all the way around. Now you get to the top. This long brace is just here because there's no window to keep the panel from flopping. So all this is going to get cut out. And you can see up here it's straight, and then we put tape up here to give us a nice straight edge to get to the next straight section again. And there's 3 sections of tape there. And it goes all around to the back. And then along the bottom as well, we got the tape to give us a nice line. And this is the window that we literally just pulled it out of the box, and it's sitting here. It had the foam on all 4 corners of it. So once we cut the window out, it's really simple. We just have this ring. We're going to set the window in from the outside, and then this ring is going to pinch it and create a nice tight seal and not let water in. So first thing we'll do is we'll go to the outside of the van, and we're going to tape along where we're going to make the cut. That way we don't hurt or chip any of the paint on the outside. Here's the 2 rows of blue tape around the top, the side, and the bottom. And we'll get the last section of tape put on here. But that'll just keep, as we're cutting this out, it'll keep the paint from getting chipped. Or if we're running the tool on the outside, it won't scratch the rest of the paint. So that's what we'll do next. So we just got our straight lines cut from the inside, top, bottom, left, right. And now we're gonna lay this is what goes on the inside and pinches the window, but this is gonna give us our outline for the corners, because we're gonna do the corners on the outside of the van here with a different tool. So we're gonna lay this on here, and then we'll marker the corners on their blue tape on the outside. Alright, look at that. Look at that big old hole. Whoa. There it is. Alright, now the next thing we gotta do is we're gonna grind all the edges, get everything cleaned up, and then we'll test fit it. And once it tests fit, once it's good, we'll paint the edges, that way the metal doesn't rust. And then we'll get the windows sealed up and get her squished in there. Alright, check that out. So first cut, it looks really good all the way around, and we have a, we want to make sure the window is perfectly in line with like the seams on the outside of the van, and there's a little bit of room for us to do that. We can make it fit exactly the way we want. So now that it fits, we need to, we'll take it back out and we'll paint the edges of the metal. And we'll get her in there. So we're just going to take this paint and take it all the way around the edge here. We want to protect it. So we'll get this painted. And then we'll peel our tape on the outside. It's nice to leave the tape on there while we're doing this, so if there's any runs it stops on the paint. Once that's painted, we let it dry for a minute. I'll take some Flex Seal and I'm going to run around this gasket all the way around. You put a nice thick layer on there. We'll seal that up and we'll get our internal ring ready to go. And then this is the channel that the screws run right into. And it's awesome. As he tightens it, as he did the other one, it really tightens that glass up nice. And it makes a nice flush line with the outside of the van here. So we'll get the Flex Seal ready, because once he's done and that's dry, we can get that done on this. So what we're using is Flex Seal. That's what we've used on our van. Works great. And so now we're just going to take our paintbrush and we're going to paint it all along the top, or actually all the way around the whole seal. We'll get it painted and then we'll get it ready to stick in there. Alright, we got it all sealed up, so now I'll grab this window. I'm going to set it in from the outside.
Smush it in.
Turn it up to lighten the side of it.
Okay, so we got it shoved in on the inside. This trim ring sets on. The screws when they go in go right into this little groove and they'll suck right in. We'll just start them. Look good out there?
Yeah, it's looking really flat.
Just little by little, we'll work our way around. Eventually these will suck all the way in. But we'll keep working our way around.
So as he keeps adding screws on the inside, we can suck it in farther and farther as he goes. We kind of start with like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, just to get it so it holds it. And then as he goes around now, as he's getting more and more in, we can suck it down. It's turned out so nice. It's nice and flush up there. And then if you look at our line down here, it's hard to tell, but it's a perfect line all the way down the outside here. So the window's nice and centered like we want it to be. It's a black van, the black window looks pretty cool. You don't even really know it's there. So yeah, some turned out good. All right, our friend Matt had brought us his 4x4 van. He had the Quigley conversion put on it. It's pretty cool. This is a Transit, and we installed 2 windows. So we did 1 on each side. And then we did the power running boards too. So as I opened that, they came out. That was really cool. That was a super easy kit to install. It delays and goes back up in. It doesn't matter what door you grab. They're gonna open there, which is super cool. And then on the inside of the van, it's a super sturdy step too. We really like it. It was made by AMP Research is the brain of the step that we installed. Directions were super clear, bolted right on. And then we installed the cooling fan for him. He's gonna have to wire it himself. But we cut the hole, put the fan on the top. We did the left-hand window as well. And we also did 2 swivel seat kits. And I'll show you this here. There's just a lever, this little red lever down here in the front now. And the seat kind of has to be in the right position for it to work. If it's too far back on the channel, it won't work. So you just spin the seat all the way around. And it's nice in the back here. We did the same thing to the driver's side. We found that if you open the door, it has more room to swing here as well. So like if this was shut, you really got to monkey with the seats to make it work. So when it's fully open, it's nice. Then you can rotate it back straight and it's locked in. So the seat conversion kits were nice. It does add probably 3/4 of an inch to height, which isn't a huge deal. But it's a really cool idea. That way if you have people in the back, you can spin these both around. So yeah, we did the cooling fan install. some windows, the power step, and some swivel seats. So it's a pretty sweet project.